Everyone, my name is Abigail Barella with Sparkle and Shine Guidance. For those of you that don't know, I wanted to make a little video about yoni eggs, crystal yoni eggs. And if you're not interested in those, you might want to move along because this is what this whole video is about. I'm going to tell you why people might want to use them. Well, women in particular, and where they come from, like the idea or the practice of it, what they are, and when is a good time to use them versus when is maybe a good time to wait or skip on them. So what are they? Well, they're made from crystals. You want to ensure whoever you're buying your yoni egg from, if you decide to purchase one, you buy it from someone who has GIA certified crystals. And you want to ensure this because, first of all, you want to make sure that they are the real thing, whatever they say they are. You also want to make sure that they are yoni eggs. They're used for internal use. And so you don't want to put any crystals up there that are not good for internal use. All of the crystals that I sell are good for internal use. Obviously, you want to make sure that your yoni egg is. And there is a list of crystals that you can find, and I could even post that is the ones that you should avoid for internal use because either A, they're porous, or B, they contain a mineral or something that is not great for use internally. Okay, so yoni eggs are crystals that are shaped like an egg, and they come in 3 different sizes: small, medium, and large. And they are for use inside of the yoni. Well, why are they called yoni eggs, and where does that word come from? Yoni means a sacred temple, and so it would make sense that when you're thinking about a yoni egg, you're not just thinking about the word vagina comes from, it actually means a sheath for a sword. And so it has a very disconnected meaning to the word. And the idea of the word yoni is more encompassing to the life-giving force that it is. And it's our connection to the womb space. It's that interim between the womb space and the outer world. And so that being said, to tend to that area, to heal that area, we can use yoni eggs made out of crystals. And you really want to pay attention to what specific crystals or gems that you're drawn to. You might be drawn to one for a few months, and then you might find yourself drawn to another, and that's totally normal. And that's why I do sell the sets, and also for getting an idea of different sizes and different weights. To buy a set of small, medium, and large can help you understand maybe which one to work with first and then to move on. I know that it's counter to what many yoni egg providers say, but I do think the more important is the weight of the crystal than the size of the crystal, and you want to start with the lightest weight. The lightest weight stones that I sell, or crystals that I sell, are obsidian. And so an obsidian is going to be the lightest, and the jade tends to be the heaviest. Now, why jade eggs are special or important is because jade eggs are what have been used dating back probably further, but as far as we can date it back to 5,000 years ago. And they were used only by royalty, from what we can see, or, who knows, we could be wrong. But basically they were used to all the benefits that it has now, it was used for back then, and for women to become sexual goddesses and sensual goddesses and in tune with their bodies and strengthening their bodies. We know that now, it's quote unquote normal, even though it's really not normal, to leak urine after having a baby. That is not normal. That is just normal from our medical system. I could go off on a rampage about how the medical system has disserviced women, and it was actually taken from midwives and witches. The medical system was, and herbology and connection to the earth was taken and stolen. That whole society was destroyed, and then we gave it to the white man, and that really was when we started having more disturbances and health problems for women, that even though our technology is getting greater, those basic connections to the body and basic connections to health have gone away. And so I'm not saying we were better off back in the day when we didn't have technology. There's just been this disconnect to our bodies, to especially to our yonis. A lot of women have pain or numbness in that area, either during sex or just in general in their life. And that is not something that's abnormal. And so I'm not saying that yoni eggs are going to heal all of that in particular, but they can be one tool that's used for that. So When you should not use yoni eggs, though, if you've had any surgery or any disturbances to the vaginal area, you do want to let those heal, obviously, before you would use one. And same with birth. After birth, you want to give your body a long period of rest, up to 7 weeks, I say, 7 to 8 weeks, depending on how your birth goes and what kind of things happened. If you had to have stitches or anything like that, you're going to want to let all of that heal. And then you're going to want to start with the lightest weight, and you're going to want to start with the shorter of periods of time. Just like after you have a baby, professionals will tell you to do Kegels. The yoni egg is like doing a Kegel the whole time you have it in. And so that being said, you wouldn't want to wear it all day to start with. You want to start with small amounts of time and then work your way up. And just like with anything, with lifting weights, you don't want to just continually wear it. You want to give yourself periods of rest and then periods of working, just like anything. And it's really not about a tight vagina or a tight yoni. It's about a strong yoni or a strong vagina. And so that's how yoni eggs can help you to get that. They strengthen your pelvic floor. Your pelvic floor muscles are important to work, and we do work them in a lot of different ways. But one way we don't work them is by sitting for long periods of time. And so this is where yoni eggs can be really helpful to counterbalance that. They also can help with just more natural lubrication, becoming more juicy in your life. And I do say that, I think I was saying this, or I might have said it in a different video, that, you know, getting the creative juices flowing in your life does have a connection to your physical body and your physical health. And so it's just connected to everything. And so that enlivening or that sensual pleasure really does feed into every corner of your life. So that's about all I wanted to say. When not to use it, I went over why people use them. And then I talk about more of the how when you do make a purchase through my site, abigailbarella.com. And it links to it in my Instagram and on my YouTube. So if you're interested in purchasing a yoni egg, it does come with a class that goes over how to use it, best care for your yoni egg, and also just recommendations and for the livelihood of your yoni egg so that it doesn't break or have anything happen. So if you purchase a yoni egg, you get that. So I hope you guys have a beautiful day. Thank you for watching. And if you have any questions, definitely let me know.